Hey everyone, this is Conman Serenity here, and I figured, considering this server is going to be taken down soon, I might as well do a small little tour of what I built on the server. I'm starting here at spawn. I remember the first day or so that this server was up, there was nothing, just little builds starting. Now there's, a giant ghast and, geez, there's a codex, which I've partied at multiple times. Good times. Random pathways in the sky. I remember the first time when I logged on, I ran away from spawn looking to build, and then I died, got lost, couldn't find my build anymore, and that was fun. Spent like 3 hours looking for it, never found it. So I started my second build, which is where we're heading now. Welcome to Serenity Keep and the Critical Role Tower. First we'll just look at the courtyard here. I walled it off not overly long ago. These are just random empty buildings. I dedicated this fountain to my neighbors. We've got Koala's Ave right here, C for myself, and S for Sonic Amato. This is where I kept my horse, Jormungandr, who unfortunately disappeared, so we don't know where he is. It's kind of sad. Over here we have a staff dedicated to Tiberius from Critical Role. And we also have the Tiberius Stormwind Honorary Library. As you can see, it's full of books. It sounds like there's somebody in here, actually. All hail the evil demigod slayer Tiberius. Glacial blast for the wind, impale that beholder. I encourage violence. And hashtag Team Poppycock. Bed for Orion if he's ever on the server. Chest of stuff for Orion. We're gonna have an empty second floor. And then the top floor, got a nice fire and a small little outdoor workshop for him. And, a tree planted by Axis of Anarchy to relax and read his book under. Over here you can see Sonic Amato's place. And my neighbor, whose name escapes me at the moment. Glitchy mouse. Down we go. Remember, I spent so long just spawning cows and then, harvesting them. It was a long, long trip. Up the stairs we go. And we've got the Save Grog Tavern. Ale, spirits, wine, all you can drink if you're a pal of grog. Small little balcony here. We've got tables. We've got a wool grog. Ale, ladies, and ale. Wait. Various other little quotes that we've had throughout the seasons. There we go. Maybe this is supposed to be grog. and our quote room. Every week when I watch, I try to grab at least one really interesting quote, and if it's short enough, I'll put it on one of the quote walls and get a good laugh at it from time again. There. Okay. And up here is Critical Role Tower. It's probably the second or the third building that I built here. As it says, Critical Role Tower, welcome. Yes, grog, there will be ale, and maybe women. I built it, and then these three people right here, Qualizav, Blacksmither 1989, and Axis of Anarchy, all contributed to the build by giving me various supplies. On this first floor, we have Scanlan and Tiberius. Tiberius right there, Scanlan over here. Should be interesting because they tend to sort of argue quite a lot. Out here we have Pike's Observatory, somewhere we figured she might like to stand and look out at various things. Over here we can see Axis of Anarchy's small little balcony out there. She's sort of like a tenant, I guess, here. On this floor we have Vex and her brother Vax, as well as Pike. Small little rooms. And this here is sort of like a plush trinket. Not as cool as the one that they actually have at Geek and Sundry. Up here we have Percy and Keyleth. Keyleth right here, and Percy over there. And as we keep going up, we've reached the top floor, and this room is Matt Mercer's room. Sort of a purple giant DM hood there. And then I remember when Matt Mercer actually visited the server, he came and saw this and he thought this was pretty cool. It's a giant axe for grog. Something I think Travis would probably like. Now, as we continue, I'm going to go back down and show the rest of the Critical Role stuff before I go inside and show the rest of my main build. I dedicated a lot of stuff to Critical Role because it's probably it's definitely one of my favorite shows on Geek and Sundry, and I tune in faithfully on Thursdays, if I'm not working, to watch, and I like it. So up here I built a small little gun range for, shooting, stuff like that. Kaboom. I have a feeling after the last couple of weeks of Critical Role, Percy would be down there quite often. In here we have a We've got a sort of vault for Vax with a nice block of gold next to Vax. Probably going to give it to his sister because, well, she's the one that's good with money. Right here we have the Temple of Serenity that I built for Pike. And there's Pike right there. Tried to follow what I read about Serenity online. Try to keep it an open sort of concept. Try to keep it an open concept and, sort of open it up to the air and tried to replicate the symbol as easy as I could. Pardon me, I'm just gonna try not to die. And here we have the guest house, which can be used by anybody who wants to join. Right here we have a pavilion dedicated to Keyleth and Vex, filled with a bunch of flowers that I got on my various travels. These were the flowers that they themselves picked, and I found them and brought them there. And then this right here is the Critical Role Feast Hall, dedicated to Keyleth, and just a sign over there that says "Trinket is welcome." The other small things that I built, I've got one right here for Hector, or Hecthor, for the mighty foe destroyer, Mjolnir. It awaits for the one who is worthy, Hecthor. And then right here, because Stephatron really likes Dune, I built a small little tribute to that. Just, the underground pool reservoirs. Keep going down, there's more. Nothing too fancy, but it's sort of got my point across about Dune. Right here we have Becca and Hector Tower. Nothing overly fancy, but here's Hector. Oh, I have a small sign here for him. The hero who is so humble he thinks he is unpopular. Shout out to you, Hector. Oh yeah. And then here's the giant backwards B for Becca. And as you can see on the side of this tower, got small little wings, sort of like, Thor's helmet. Thought that was a nice little touch. Back here is Axis of Anarchy's place. Not really going to go in there because, it's her area, not mine. No. This tower, when I was building the main keep, I dedicated to Jess, and there's another one on the other side, dedicated to Steph. If they ever dropped by, they sort of had a place to stay. And to go up to the main keep here, as you see here, there's a guest tower for Steph. I'll just show you the inside of this. Yeah, this is the inside for Steph. That's the tower right there. I'm going to go down over here because one more build that I want to show you everybody. This is Felicia Day Tower. It's one of the first things that I wanted to build for somebody else, and in fact, when she came on the server first couple times, she came over to the tower and actually stayed there for a little bit, which is kind of cool. We all had a party on top of my place, and it's definitely grown since the last time she was here. Last time this was the top floor right here, but it has since grown very much. I remember I had sort of a little geek out when she joined, when she came on the server and, actually showed up at the tower. That was pretty cool. Definitely wasn't expecting it. Heck, having any of them anywhere near me was pretty cool. So, even though it's through a game. As you can see, it's still sort of a work in progress and never quite finished it. The plan was to keep going until I just couldn't go any farther. So right down here, the red roof over there is Tiberius's library. The purple and white over there is Pike's observatory, and you can see the top of Grog's axe. If I were to fall right now, I'd definitely die. There's the sky highway right there. Alright, so I'm just going to climb back down and hopefully not die. Needless to say, I did hurt myself a few times, and, building this thing, this gigantic tower. But a good friend of mine on the server, Sonic Amato, helped out, and she gave me some boots, feather falling, so it didn't hurt quite as bad. We'll go back down to the front gate. Yeah, we'll go down to the front gate just to give a better view. That's Felicia's bouncer. There we go. Alright, so back at the front gate, and here's Serenity Tower. The main part of the keep, and this is where I was staying for quite a while. Got a small little bedroom over here, a little workshop in here, and then just an empty room. And yeah, Pamela. There's a pathway down here to my workshop, which I built here. Cobblestone generator, farm, lava pit for burning garbage. My furnaces, I guess it is, technically. Up here I had built another bedroom with a huge quote here from Lord of the Rings. These are some of my favorite quotes. My small little library, and the top floor of my keep. So this is kind of a better view that I like from here. And you can sort of see everything I built. It's been really fun on the server. I've only had a few little issues, most of which were just technical glitches, stuff like that. Never really had an issue with anybody on the server. Had a lot of fun with everybody I met and everybody I played with. So I really appreciate everybody who helped me out make this build. And hopefully on the new server you'll help me again, and we'll build something even cooler than this one. Though I may keep some of the design. I'm definitely going to build another Critical Role tower, and probably another one for Felicia that looks a bit less phallic. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. Somebody call HR. Anyway, this was Conman Serenity, and it's nice showing everybody around. Hope to see you on the new server. Signing out.